So on Thursday, we diagrammed a lot of these sentences. Here's some answers. Now, one thing I want to mention that is in number 8, blue jay would be the actual subject, not J. But anyway, blue jay is your subject. Caught is an action verb. Babies is the indirect object. Worms. Blue jay caught what? Worms. For whom? Babies. Okay, so we didn't quite finish all of these diagrams, so we're going to work on some of these together. If you'll label in your grammar workbook or on the PDF if you downloaded that, it's attached to the classwork assignment for today. If you don't have your grammar workbook, just download the PDF of all these pages. And we're going to diagram in, I guess you're just going to have to add an extra page, a blank page underneath this page where you can diagram, or you can diagram on paper. You're going to be submitting both the diagrams and the work. Actually, no, you're not going to be submitting them. You're going to be submitting the next few pages, not these pages. Okay, so some of the classes actually did this one already, but let's just review number 9. Mom or dad reads is an action verb. Reads what? Story, direct object. This is a prepositional phrase. To whom? Ava and me. So our diagram, for those of you who've already diagrammed it, this is just good review. And for those classes who did not get to it, it's going to be a compound subject, a spaceship, and a singular verb. So mom, or is our conjunction that goes in there. Dad reads what? Story. For whom is going to come off our verb. As you know, the indirect object comes off the verb. This is going to need to be a spaceship because it's a compound indirect object. And it's going to be Ava and me. And goes in this, sorry, that doesn't look much like and. Me. So going on to number 10, the man brought his wife, and some classes did this one too, but this is good review. The man brought his wife some perfume and some flowers. Man brought, action verb, brought what? Brought both flowers and perfume. To whom? Wife is the IO. Hopefully you can see that. So when we come down here to diagram it, so number 9 is here. I need to label that. Number 10 is here. Man, he brought is an action verb. He brought what? 2 things, straight up and down action line, and then you have a compound for the DO here. He brought 2 things. He brought perfume and flowers. To whom? Wife. Good job if you got that on your own. So again, a couple of classes got to number 11, some classes didn't on Thursday. Jackson collects baseball cards and gives his friends the duplicates. Jackson is your subject in number 11. He collects is an action verb. And he gives is an action verb. He collects what? Cards is the direct object for collects. He gives what? Duplicates. To whom? Friends. So gives has an IO, collects doesn't have an IO. So let's see if I can squish this where I can see it enough. So number 11, Jackson, he does 2 things. He collects cards, and is the fuel in my spaceship. He gives, straight up and down action line, Duplicates. To whom? Friends. All right. Number 12. Didn't Jesus teach his disciples a lesson about prayer? Did teach is your action verb phrase. Not is never a verb. That's an adverb. Who did teach? Jesus. Remember, the subject interrupts the verb phrase when you have a question. He did teach. Okay, first of all, about prayer is a prepositional phrase. We should mark that first. He did teach what? A lesson. To whom? Disciples. Okay, so for number 12, scooting that up a little bit. Jesus. Did has to be capitalized. It's capitalized in the sentence. So you have to capitalize in the diagram.
Mr. Penny, please
did teach
7930.
lesson.
Mr. Penny,
Action
please call
verb.
extension 7930.
Straight up and down action line. Lesson. To whom? Disciples. Oops, that got separated. Disciples. So now we're on number 13. James lent his brother a baseball bat. Notice that lent is a past tense verb for loan, and it can be loaned or lent, either one. James lent, action verb. James is your subject, lent is your action verb. He lent what? A bat to whom? His brother. That's a D-O. So our bat is D-O, brother is I-O. So for the diagram, we're running out of space. I'm going to scoot this over here. Number 13. James lent bat to whom? Brother. Number 14. At the store, prepositional phrase. My father consoled the tearful boy and bought him a soda. Father consoled, action verb, boy. Whom did he console? Boy. And bought soda for whom? Him. So bought has an indirect object, but notice consoled doesn't. So for number 14, our diagram should look like this. Father, he did two things, compound verb. The second one has an I-O. Some of you might even already have this down. Consoled, boy, bought, soda, for whom? Him. And is the conjunction. I'm not good at writing my ands. They're messy. All right, number 15. I sent my friend in Chicago some information about my home state of Virginia. Of Virginia and in Chicago are both prepositional phrases. I sent is an action verb. Friend is going to be an I-O. I sent what? Information. To whom? Friend, I-O. Oh, about my home state is another prepositional phrase. Look at that. So the second, we just have one verb, we have an I-O, and we have a D-O. Okay, so number 15, let me scoot up and make some space. Number 15, I sent is an action verb. Information. To whom? Friend. All right, those are all of the diagrams for this page, and we're going to stop this video here.